All right, folks, so here we are back. This should be part 3 of Project Remington. We're loading 32 ACP, and so after the data that we got from the last video, I decided to try to bump up the powder charge just slightly. Now, I tried to kind of aim for going up just about, maybe about half a grain or so. But it's just not really possible. The turn of the screw to basically make the adjustment, I mean, there's not really a lot of movement there that you're making. So in the end, the adjustment I made ended up coming out to another tenth of a grain. So that's fine. I think we should still be okay. I thought I would try to kind of maybe ladder it up a little less, how would you put it? You know, just kind of maybe take like a half a grain step or so, but I just don't think it's possible with that powder measure to get it that close unless you just excessively fiddle fart with it for a while. So anyways, that's okay. We'll just go with that tenth of a grain. And so I'm going to load a bunch up, and then today it's a very cold day. Very blustery and all that, but it looks like later in the week we are going to have some nice weather. So in the next part of the video, when you see me, we will be up at the range a couple days later. I think I'm going to probably load up at least 30 of these so that we end up having plenty of rounds to shoot if we need to. So next time you see me, we'll be up at the range. See you then. All right, folks, so here we are up at the range, and I'll show you the weather here. Nice, beautiful day, getting into spring. We had a bunch of snow, pretty much melted in the past day or so. And I tried to film earlier today, but the winds were ripping through here at like 30, 40 miles an hour. And it just became kind of a joke. So right now, there's still a little bit of a breeze now, but the sun is going down. We don't have a lot of light. So just bear with me as we go through and film this. I went ahead and set up the lighting setup on the chronograph here, so that should help us out if we have any lighting issues. Of course, we're going to use our Beretta 81, and we also have our rounds here that we've bumped up by a tenth of a grain. This will probably be the last charge that we'll do for these bullets. So we'll see how it goes with accurate number 2, and that seems to be a pretty good powder so far. So time is ticking. Let's get this thing kicked off and get going. All right, here we go. $9.28. $8.91. $8.84. $9.10. $9.12. $8.95. $9.26. All right. I guess that one was $9.26. Okay. Duplicate. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right, folks, so let's have a final chit chat here and kind of wrap this up. Here we are. The sun is getting ready to set. Sun is dipped behind the mountains, so it's going to start getting dark here soon. So overall, in terms of accuracy, I was pretty happy with that. Pretty much most of the shots were in just over an inch. A little bit looks like it ended up a little bit to the left there. But overall, pretty happy with that group. I did have one flyer, so maybe it was a breath control thing and just dipped the barrel a little bit or something. But overall, fairly happy with the accuracy there. So no complaints. 3 of the shots stacked up right on top of one another. So, that's good enough for IDPA or government work. So we'll take it. So our fine little Beretta 81 here has done a wonderful job this winter as we've reloaded 32 ACP. Let's take a look at the data here real quick. Let me pull it up. So here's our data that we got. Let me read it out to you. So we had 928, 891, 884, 910, 912, 895. And then we had a 926 and then a 926 again for those last 2 shots there. So I would say overall, that was, tight enough. I think that the consistency is, maybe there's that one down there, 884, that's a little bit of an outlier, but overall, I would say they stacked up on one another pretty good. So in the end, I have to say with this, I think it came out pretty good. I think the accuracy is decent enough, and I'm pretty happy with that. And also, it was fine to shoot, no issues there. And I thought the accurate number 2 powder did better than tight group overall. That was kind of my general sense there. So, I think that's probably going to wrap that up. I don't see a need to push that any further. So, in the end, I think that's a pretty decent load. So, we're going to load up some with that. And we'll just kind of take a look here as we start to close out for the day. Beautiful day. The wind actually calmed down. So, wind is a bit better. I mean, it was ripping through here earlier today. So what's going to come next is what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video kind of wrapping up 32 ACP for the winter. All the lessons I learned and what I'm going to do in the future with it. Probably it'll be a little bit before I actually revisit it after we finish up that video. We'll take a break from reloading it for a while because I have other reloading projects and other shooting projects and other YouTube projects to do. So we'll take a little break after that. But probably in a week or so, look for it. I will drop one final video, kind of wrapping everything up, lessons learned, and future plans. And definitely we'll be loading more 32 ACP in the future. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I do appreciate it. And we will see you next time on the channel. Thanks, everyone. Hey, folks. So we are here in the Water Room channel just working on a little reloading project with our Beretta 81 right here, Italian Police Surplus. So let's just put a couple rounds here on steel. So these are actually rounds I ended up loading up myself. So let's have a few shots here. There we go. Fine shooting handgun.